What is up, everybody? We are back. Oh, you probably know what I'm going to be doing today. Already got it on the ramps here. So here's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be installing the Cusco lower brace diff. Here it is. Very shiny. God, I don't know how they do the coating, but shout out to Cusco. Hopefully the camera's picking it up pretty good, but there it is. Will it make a huge difference? I'm not sure. We'll talk about that. But I don't know. Honestly, the car, it's got like 105,000 miles now on the chassis, so I don't know. I'll take the old one out, kind of inspect the bushings. That's going to be my biggest concern there. I'm not sure if this is still rubber or if it's actual polyurethane that Cusco uses. Either way, they definitely look a lot beefier than the factory ones that I've seen. But again, we'll take mine out here in a second. Check it out. Here's essentially what I'm going to use for today. If I am reading everything correctly, it should be the 17 millimeter bolts. So we're going to have two down here. And then we're going to have the bolt and nut on the ends here. So again, we got a 17 millimeter. Going to use the Milwaukee today. This thing, I've heard again, these are lock nuts, so we'll talk about that in a sec. But hopefully that'll do us good. We'll see. If not, we'll break out the breaker bar. So we got the 17 millimeter. We got the brace itself, obviously. We got the spacers. I did measure them. They're about 3.2 millimeters. I'll talk about it here in a little bit too, but essentially they're going to sit up here. I believe for the GR, we still have to use the spacers. The newer models, I believe, do not. Either way, we'll measure it. I got the caliper over here too if we need to. So again, that's this. Also, shout out to Rich for the tip. The hardware, which I've seen quite a few YouTube videos on this the last few days. No one mentioned it. No one talked about it. But the nuts, all four of them, they're all lock nuts. So ideally, I mean, you can reuse them. Not ideal, obviously. So you should be getting new hardware either way. So it's essentially two different ones. They are different. I will post the part numbers in the description if you need them. But again, you do want to get new nuts for sure. You can reuse the bolts, but the nuts are one time and throw them away. So again, this is pretty much all I'm going to use today. Obviously got the car jacked up already. Got the light under there. But yeah, well, let's remove the old one real quick. Let's get under the car. And yeah, we'll go from there. I'll bring it back up here. And again, we'll talk about the kind of like the spacing, I guess you could call it. But anyway, let's take the factory one off. Let's see how gnarly it is to take off. I hear it's a bit of a pain, but we also got the impact here. So let's get under the car and see what we're up against. All right, so now we are under here. Now, per the instruction manual, the service manual, it does say to support the diff. So I just put the jack under here. Again, the car's on ramps already. I've seen people not do this step. Completely up to you, really, but I don't know. Better be safe than sorry, I guess. So take the extra step, just support it. Again, don't jack it up, but just make sure it's a little snug, just so that it supports it just in case. Should be all right. You also got mounting, points at the back of it as well. You got the diff and oh my gosh, the drive shaft. But it should be fine. Either way, I'm going to do it anyways, but up to you there. And I did confirm these are 17 millimeters. Before you get wrenching and you're under here, and then you got to get back up and get more tools. So there's 17 millimeters all around. This one's going to be interesting. You can get to it with a wrench. Again, I don't know if you have to drop the factory exhaust, but just keep that in mind. Get a wrench on it. Or what I'm going to do, I'm going to get a little creative. Let's see if this works. I don't know. Again, you can get it with wrenches, so not a big deal. Trying to figure out which ones to take off first. Maybe the bottom ones? Let's start there. And yeah, go from there. Again, people have said that these are on there pretty tight. Makes sense, they're lock nuts. So I don't know if you want to use an impact or just a breaker bar. Either one should work. All right, this is on full sauce mode. Let's try it. Damn. No problem. Let's do the other one. Nice. There you go. Oh, also the two bolts, they're like welded together on this funky bracket. I don't know if the camera's gonna be able to pick it up, but it's like a whole unit, the whole thing. It's like a big U, like a horseshoe. So yeah, again, as long as you don't destroy the threads, you'll be good to go. But here are the bottom ones. And actually, I'm gonna keep them separate just in case. So let's go put those over here for the bottom. All right, now let's move on to these guys. All right, I'm gonna just, for the sake of science, I'm gonna try to do these by hand just with the wrench. Oh my God, yeah, they are on there tight. I'm moving it. Not a whole lot though. There you go. So again, they're on there pretty good. Okay, now the whole thing's spinning. So they were not joking. They said those are on there tight. So again, up to you, however you want to take them off. Let's give this a shot here. Let's get a wrench over here. Hopefully the camera's picking all this up. Let's get the swivel on here. Gotta love these swivel sockets. Make sure everything's nice and tight so you don't strip anything. Ta-da! And then we'll keep these, so that's bottom. And then this will be top. So, let's see, can we remove the bolt entirely? Yeah. There you go. Also, just keep in mind the orientation of these. So again, the nuts will be on the back. Your nuts are on the back. Oh, sorry guys, I'm 12. Okay. So there's the bolt. Here you go. Very nice. Threads look good. Cool, cool. All right, this one is a bit of a pain, just the way the location of it, I should say, is a pain. Yeah, this one for sure. I'm gonna just use the impact. Let's see if I get points for creativity here. Always, I don't know why people do this. Do you see people like have the tools on the impact and then hit the trigger and then go into it? Like, that drives me insane. You're gonna strip something. I would just get everything on there nice and tight, both sides, and then get the impact. Because, dude, take an extra second and then you won't strip anything. Like, at least that's the plan. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, we're in full sauce mode. Let's try it. Okay, the extension. Oh, hello, little leaf. Extension was not bueno here. Let's see if we can maybe loosen her up a little bit. And then hit it with the impact again. I am already sweaty. Ow. All right, let's see. I hate using extensions on the impact, but let's see. Making sure I'm going the right way here. Oh, all right, let's try this again. nuts are doing their job, huh? God, how can I get more torque in here? Could get another fucking wrench in here. Sorry about cussing. Ow. Ugh. There we go. This will be much easier if you're in a lift. Okay, now it's somewhat loose. Let's try it again. The trigger on the impact, or like the button, I don't like it because sometimes if you grab it wrong, you're like, wait, am I loosening or tightening? I think the new ones have it differently, maybe, I don't know. Random thought. All right, start again. There we go. All right, so that one's more of a pain in the butt. Oh, I cut my elbow, damn it. There you go. Also slides out. Threads look fine. Cool. Now they're both out. Everything's out. Let's see if we can just, in theory. There we go. Ta-da! Damn, the factory one's got really big rubber bushings. All right, and here's the part I was telling you about. So, all right, let's get it back on the little bench up here, and we'll talk about it here in a sec. All right, here we are. Real quick, I can't read JDM, but does have nice little pictures. And it basically, if you can see it, it says to essentially set them up like this. I don't know, this looks like a sushi roll I order. It does give you the torque specs, so 110 Newton meters, 50 Newton meters, which if I'm not mistaken, turns out to be 81.1 foot-pounds and 36.9 foot-pounds. Obviously, higher torque rating is going to be on the top ones. 37 is going to be on the bottom. We'll get to that in a sec. But again, I don't know how good the camera's going to pick this up. But if you put the bolt through both like this, like it shows in the little diagram over here, you can actually see that with the washers, it's roughly the same thickness. So again, double check your car. I think I saw someone with a newer STI that did not need those washers. So just, again, keep that in mind. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. There is a bit of a gap without them. Let's say, like right here, there's a little lip. I know it's hard to tell on the camera, but believe me, when you take them apart, put them side by side, pretty obvious. So on mine, I will need little washers. So that's essentially how it's going to go. Make sure, again, this little flange, it says Cusco on the front, that's facing towards the front. The the bolts will go through like this, and obviously use the washers for it. And then we'll torque it all down. Now, let's talk about, real quick, I mean, just look at the size the Cusco definitely feels a little bit heavier. The factory one does have some pretty wild rubber bushings. And even just with my finger, I can move it a little. So in theory, again, it should. Cusco I can a little bit, but not as much. in theory, again, it should stiffen everything up. Again, I don't know. I'll drive it after the fact and see if it's even worth it. But I mean, just look at the size of this thing. It's funny, it's only got this really thick one on the driver's side. So I don't know, will it increase NVH? Are you worried about that? You bought an STI. Like, it's not a Lexus. I don't know, it's up to you. But again, I got a pretty good deal on it. Today is Thanksgiving 2024. So I figured, why not? Got a pretty decent deal on it. Everything under, well, not everything, but the car also does have a bunch of Cusco goodies underneath it. Figured, why not? Sorry, I look super sexy. Look at this. My Adam Sandler shoes. Yeah. So again, let's get back under it. Here are the nuts. Again, just to keep myself organized. These are the top ones. And these are the bottom ones. Top as being like, you know, let's call them horizontal. Obviously the bottom just being the bottom that are gonna go through here. Shit. Oh my God. So yeah, let's get back under there. Again, I'll list out the part numbers if you need them. I didn't see anyone else do it on YouTube. So just keep that with, again, you can probably reuse these. I mean, in all honesty, a lot of people did from what I've seen. But again, hopefully I don't have to take this out anytime soon. But man, it's pretty, isn't it? Comes with a little sticker too. If you're a sticker guy, there you go. Cool, cool. Well, let's get back under the car. Let's get everything finger tight. Don't forget the spacers, little washer thingamajiggers. Yeah, they're built really nice. Very thick. And yeah, let's go from there. Let's get under the car again. All right, we are back under here. We got some good lighting here. But yeah, let's put it back together here. Again, don't forget the washers if your application requires them. Double check everything. Always gotta line up. Wow, they're actually lined up nicely. Can't find a hole. I wonder if it also helps that I have the jack under here too, because everything looks pretty decent here. All right. So again, same orientation. This the Cusco emblem goes towards the front of the vehicle. Oh God, let's get these back in here. There we go. Oh God, other side. Spoke too soon, ladies and gentlemen. All right, hold on. Slightly off here. And of course, it's the side that I cannot see anything. Just going off a feel, you know what I mean? Kind of got it. Feel free to fast forward through all this crap. Come on, so close. Wonder if it's easier to do this one first and then this one? What do you guys think, huh? Since this one's a little closer to me, maybe I can control it a little better. Ow. Okay, there's that side. Oh, it's almost like the whole carrier needs to be a little bit further apart. Oh, what a pain in the butt. Come on. And of course, there's stuff in the way. If I can get a C-clamp on it. Come on. Let me just do this so it doesn't come out. There we go. Let's see if the camera can pick it up. Check it out. It is just... See how it's like just slightly not quite centered? I wonder if I could just take a hammer to it or something, pry bar. It's so close. Oh, okay. Here's a trick. Don't make your life easy or harder. Very simple trick. Grab a pry bar. Do this side first. Do this side first. Get a little pry bar. Put it right here. And literally just move it the way you need to. The moment I did that, actually quite easily went in. So there's just enough give in the bushings that you can do that. Again, a little pro tip. Because I was taking a flathead to the sleeve here trying to move it. But one, it's sketchy because if it slips, it's going right into my other hand. I was holding it like this. I don't know, it just didn't feel safe. So grab a little pry bar. Again, just like this. Do the driver's side first. Just kind of get everything's finger tight. Not even, just barely have the nut on there. And just like that, pry it as much or as little as you need to, if you even need to do that. But here we go. So now let's just torque everything down. And we should be good to go. Did I bring the other ones? Yes, I did. Where's my sockets? Here we go. Again, I don't like doing this with the impact. Call me crazy. Trying to make sure I'm not cross-threading anything. There we go. And then we'll get the other one. Whew. At least it's winter time here in Arizona, quote unquote winter. It's like mid-70s this week for some reason. We broke the planet, ladies and gentlemen. So if you live somewhere nice, let me know. Put it in the comments. Where should I move to? I want some property. I want a nice garage. I don't want neighbors ass to mouth to me, so put it in the comments. I am all ears. I am over this Arizona heat. All right, so again, everything's finger tight. Nothing's gonna be cross-threaded, knock on wood. There's no wood under here. But yeah, let's just torque everything down and we'll be good to go. I have to double check the specs. I think this one was 30, let's call it 37, 36.1, 36.9, something like that. All listed in the description either way. I know I'm gonna get it wrong. But these are much lower than the top ones. Oh gosh, what were these? Was it 50 some? Again, I'll put it in the description. Hold on, actually, hang tight. Ugh. All right. Yay, sticky notes. Bam. All right, so we got 36.9 foot-pounds on the bottom. And we've got 81.1 foot-pounds on the top ones here, the bigger guys. And again, these are torque to yield. So just keep that in mind. Let's get it all torqued down. That, was it my hand? Was it my butt? I don't know. And that'll do it. Hopefully, again, I don't know if this will make a huge difference, to be honest. Come to your own conclusions here. I can't see what the camera's saying. But again, looks cool. In theory, it should essentially transfer more power to the rear wheels without so much flex in the drivetrain. That's again the theory. Is it gonna make a huge difference? I don't think so. Is it gonna make somewhat of a difference? Probably. But again, I do have other Cusco goodies. I have the rear subframe parent inserts, the ones in the back of the car over here. I already did those. The ones for the subframe that go, hard to see, but they go in here. Those have been done. So again, in theory it should. I already can see the other Cusco goodies in the car. There's a bunch more in the front. Hard to tell from here. But again, if you're shopping around, get a good deal like I did. Not a bad idea. Just go ahead and do it. And again, it's not a super terrible install. Again, if you have basic tools, 3 brain cells, you could probably do it yourself. Again, the only trick for me, the hardest part was lining up the holes. But like I said, use my little trick with the breaker bar or something over here. Do the passenger side, excuse me, the driver's side first, and then get it in there, and then it'll help you line up the other side, or vice versa, whatever is easier for you. That's just how I did it, and everything went on pretty nicely. So yeah, let's torque it all down, and we should be done. Alrighty. Again, I got the handy dandy Tecton torque wrench. This is the 3/8 one, and you can actually get it pretty darn close here. This one only goes up to well, 80 foot-pounds. Looks like it's 80, so it'll be right at the top of the range for these. Maybe I'll grab the 1/2-inch one that I have, but again, for the little ones, torque at 36.9. I am going exactly 37. So let's do it. I don't hate tightening lock nuts down, because it always feels exactly like you're cross-threading something. So again, this one I'm not going to go all the way just yet. But yeah, these Tecton, actually the sockets that I'm using are Tecton 2. They're having a pretty good deal today. I know for Black Friday, the clearance section's getting an extra like 20%. Not to make this a Tecton ad, but they don't pay me or anything. But I will say every tool that I've used from them, that I've ordered from them, is solid. Lifetime warranty, take a picture, they'll send you a new one. And for me, they've been pretty solid tools. I've been replacing, back in the day, RIP, with my dad, I'd go to Sears and get all the the Craftsman stuff, and I feel like it's just not the same quality anymore. So Tecton out of Michigan, pretty solid tools. All right, so we're at 37. Let's see if we can get these torqued down here. Getting close. Very close. Again, I'm going back and forth. That's what I like to do. Getting close. There it is. Cool. All right, let's do the top ones now. Oh my God. Yeah, this one's a bit of a, not super fun, but I got one side down. Oh my God, hold on. Hold myself together. Woo! There it is. All right, now just do the other side. Easy, right? This is where being 6'3", 270-ish, thick, that boy thick, comes in handy. And hit the gym, boys. Oh, come on, not the wrench too. there we go. My neighbors are probably like, what is he doing? Just Rick flaring it up in here. All right, so you heard it, right? Let's do it one more time just for good measure. Oh, come on, wrench. Okay. Jill heard it. We're good. Okay. All right, now pour yourself a beer and call it a day. Oh, there you go. It is done. Everything's torqued. 2 spec lock nuts. Again, I didn't see anyone else on YouTube go this detailed with the new nuts and everything torqued down properly. Oh, come on. There we go. But up to you. However you want to do it, it's your car. But again, shout out to Rich for letting me know about the lock nuts. Literally, I feel like everything I do in this car under here has to do with lock nuts. He said, well, these cars are pretty solid, so they got to make money somehow, right? So there you go. Another Cusco piece, torqued down, everything's good to go. I do want to go for a drive, however, gotta love the Cusco pieces on here that pop. I will go for a drive. Sorry about the angle here. We're good. I'll go for a drive, but again, it's Thanksgiving. I got family stuff to do, and I just told the girlfriend, hey, I'm gonna do this real quick, and then I am all yours. So sorry, this will have to wait till another day, maybe later tonight. Also, when you store your torque wrenches, make sure you store them where they say to store them. This one should be 0, or no, excuse me, 10 foot-pounds. Store at 10 foot-pounds. Aussie read. It's not that hard. There we go. So, again, pretty solid torque wrench. This is the 3/8 from Tecton. Sorry about the lighting. Is it too much? There we go. Pretty nice. So, we are done. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're still watching, thank you for watching. Again, another random little install. But I know there's a lot of Subaru enthusiasts like myself out there. I don't know. Call me crazy, but I do like watching the videos people put together. It's pretty fun. Again, I've been doing this stuff since I was in high school. I mean, even before then. It runs in the family. So it's always fun. I don't know why I didn't pick a career with car stuff. I work in finance. Makes no sense. Either way. It is done. So yeah. We are all set. I am out of breath. I'm going to go grab myself a cold drink and see what's for breakfast here in a bit. But yeah, again, thanks for watching. Till the next one. Yeah.